Hey everybody, it's your boy Zero here for another gunpla review. In today's episode, we're going to cover the Rubris. Yes, that's how it's pronounced. Look at the prologue from Gundam Lfrith prologue. So this is I believe, the prototype to the aerial. So there's going to be a lot of similarities in it, and I will leave a link to the episode down below. So if you want to see my review of the aerial, you're going to hear a lot of the similarities, but there are some key differences, which I'm going to be honest, which are pretty, actually significantly different. By significant, I mean is one major thing, but other than that, there's a lot of similarities. I don't willingly admit that. I picked up this dude from our friends at Galactic Toys, but unfortunately, as the time of recording, they are sold out of the Rubris. So, and I do also believe the aerial. So, unfortunately, you may want to check out the sites like newtype.us, US Gundam Store, but find your or check your local hobby stores or model shops. Maybe they have it, or the local comic book stores, they may have it. But yeah, normally I would say get it out of friends at Galactic Toys, but unfortunately they're sold out of it, so really can't do that much. So let's get into the review of this. I'm about to swear. Try to keep that monetization, try to keep those numbers, those swearing numbers low for when we get monetized and I don't feel like having to censor myself all the time. So let's check out this really cool looking Gundam. So, this is a Rubris with everything that came in box. 2 beam effects for the 2 beam sabers on the backpack. The extra piece on the chest here, you can put a sticker on it to have it in blank mode, aka not this part activated, or a sticker that does the same effect on this, on that, which makes no sense. Just use the piece that already has it on it, but that's just me. The traditional color correcting sheet, aka, like I said, one is the blank version, one is the colored version. Again, which makes no sense because you have a piece of plastic that already does it. And I do believe these are supposed to go on the... No. Oh yeah, I think they're supposed to go on the knees here. But I did not choose to do that. Oh no, wait. Yeah, they are supposed to go on the knees. Here, on the knees with the vernier are, not in the upper thighs. So, articulation-wise, it's very similar to the aerial, but one key difference: the knees do not lock up on you. Because that was my pet peeve, if you look at the video, that you had to bend the knee, push up the kneecap so the knee doesn't lock into place. That was frustrating and so annoying. But here, you have a knee flap that closes. Well, not closes, but you can lower it to go along with the leg. That's great. But cautionary tale on the feet. Watch, I'll show you right here. If you bend it too far back, they pop off. That's the problem with the C-clips. They will quite easily pop off on you if you bend the foot back too far. So be very careful with that. And of course, like the aerial, the shield can separate into the different gun bits. But honestly, it looks better as a shield and comparatively on the backpack. And personally, I'm not a huge fan of the backpack, even when you have the gun bits installed on it. So I'm not going to disassemble it and put it on the shield, on the backpack. You can. It's in the instructions. It's really simple. We have the traditional holding hands for the Gundam. So if you want to put anything in, it's simple as, let's, for instance, take the beam saber and just slide it in. Ta-da. Nothing special. But as you can clearly see, be careful. If you don't have the beam effect in yet, it's going to slide right out. So the beam saber, it's like all beam sabers, nothing too special. Though I do like it, it's a blue energy instead of the traditional red or green, or occasionally, yeah, red or green is usually the regular colors. This is different because it's blue. And ta-da. But unfortunately, if you have the beam all the way in, it's still gonna, you're basically having him hold the beam, which is kind of ridiculous because In reality, that would have sliced open the hand. So, yeah, it doesn't hold the beam saber quite perfectly. So let's put the beam saber back in the backpack. And let's take off the backpack to do the articulation and the shield, because they'll just get in the way. Much like the aerial, it does have the standard standard gunpla back, so a lot of gunpla you can actually use their backpack on this. If I had a Gundam that actually had the standard backpack, I would totally show you, but all those around me do not, so not in this episode, but maybe in another episode that has another backpack I can show you, because you can put the aerial backpack on this, the Lfrith backpack on it, the old school, I believe, the Granddaddy Gundam's backpack on it, so you have options. If you want to do a crazy custom build. So, this is the arm fully bent. The arm fully out. Interesting fact, unlike in the aerial, well, this is actually would be one of the gun bits, this is actually just a regular shoulder joint. Which can actually have some articulation to. It has a slight ab crunch, which is pretty good. There is no side skirting unless you count these little two side pieces. So, let's get the arm out of the way. You get a decent side kick, but not much, because this still does kind of get in the way. This is what we call the back skirting in this situation, but it's not much so. You can get pretty much all the way up into its back. But it will pop the leg out of joint, so I wouldn't recommend it. Again, the leg is superior than the aerial, so you're going to have better articulation with the leg. The head is on a ball joint, as usual. But I do love it, like it has the sassy neck movements. So, if you know hilarious stereotypes, you know the sassy head bob. So, yeah. That's awesome to have. And I do like the rabbit ears on this, opposed to it having a V-fin for some odd reason. It just looks better on this. And of course it has the beam rifle that can go in solid beam sword mode, which is pretty cool. And to do that, you literally have to... Yeah, let's get this out of his hand. There we go. You see, these two parts have to be pulled up a little. Usually by the points here, you lift that up. And you pull this down. You take this, slide it back in, close it. There you go. And like the beam sabers, since this is just a sandwich situation, bam, beam saber, beam rifle back in hand. So yeah, this is, and of course, nothing's falling off it. It's solid like a brick. So, yeah, so far the Wish from Mercury sets I've built, I love them all. Right now, I'm only building the Gundams from that set, so when Rubris, and the other one, and Thorn come out, I'm definitely going to try to get those. Because, again, they're Gundams, and they look cool. And of course, and the shield attaches here at the 3mm point. So, pop the shield on. Bam. Though I do recommend panel lining this. I may not be really great at panel lining, but I would definitely recommend panel lining this. It just would make it look better. And of course the body, because there's a lot of white on this, and it needs to be broken up a bit. So, let's just summarize this dude and call it a day. So, the Rubris overall is great. Again, so far the Witch from Mercury has been pumping out a lot of great kits, especially the Gundams. Like I said, I'm currently only focused on getting the Gundams themselves. I maybe in the future will get the grunt suits or the mono eyes, but right now I'm focusing on the Gundams, and I love them all so far. I'm contemplating getting another one so I can do a combo build with another one of my Gundams. Because, I love these things. But, yeah. But the problem is, they're so good, they are a pain to find. And as someone who took this long to get this one, and the aerial I was able to get before this one, which I find hilarious. So be careful. Don't trust, like, scalpers will jack up the price more than they should. Just to give you all a heads up. Again, I got this from a reputable site, which made my life infinitely easier. But be careful. If you want other gunpla, like I said, check out our buddies at Galactic Toys. They have a great selection. I buy from them often. New Type is a great selection. I buy from them a lot too. US Gundam Store sometimes has rare models that it's hard to find. Like, I was able to get the Hunt and Kill, like, shortly after it was no longer in pre-order from them. It was, like, literally the same day, which was great. I ordered it, and it was like, okay, cool. And they shipped it out immediately. It took forever to get here, but I blame shipping times. The store had nothing to do with it. But, again, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And remember, all of you are loved. All of you are awesome. And never forget that. Even if you're in the darkest place, there's people that you can contact. If you need help, be it emotional or mental support, there's always people out there that are willing to help you. Never forget that. I'll catch you guys in the next episode, which is going to be the gym. The humble gym. So, catch you guys later, and I have no idea what next week's episode is going to be about, because it may be some models I haven't reviewed on the site yet. Well, obviously. But for my collection, and I have no idea which ones, because I haven't ordered. I'm saving up some cash to get a big order, and this is going to take some time. So, catch you later, guys. Peace.